Welcome back, everybody. Wayward Souls, the Double Tap In, episode 52.
We're still here.
Which is, yeah,
Still
26
kicking.
weeks. Wow, 26
right.
weeks. Halfway through. That's 6 months.
Damn, dude. Seems like it's been 2 weeks.
Right? It does. It's like, it is crazy. So.
Not as crazy as us.
That's true. That is true.
So, have you ever heard of a crab pie?
I have not. I saw it in our note. I saw that. Well, I got the notification that you added something, and then I saw it, and I was like, "The fuck is that?" Because we put stuff in there. Like, I love that note.
Yeah. Oh,
you put something in there, you're like, "Oh, I know what that is," and that's stupid good. And then there's times that we put stuff in there, and they're like, "The fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Or you see it, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know what that is." But I know it's going to be exciting. I know somebody pissed off Michael.
Oh yeah, no shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The RV saga.
Ooh.
We are just a few days away from day 90. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of pissing off Michael's pissed off.
Yeah.
But you know, that's we're going to dedicate an entire episode when this is resolved. We're going to dedicate an entire episode just to the RV saga.
Yeah, I feel like that should be. We've talked about doing the roundtable.
Yeah,
that should be a topic for the roundtable because, again, we're going to have a group of people. Some very, I'm going to say opinionated, and I don't mean that in a bad way.
Oh no, not at all.
But like. We have very strong opinions. We have very strong values.
Yep.
And we're going to be eating some really good food. Hopefully, we're going to be drinking some really good beverages. And I have a feeling that will be an epic conversation.
Yep. Yeah.
We may never be able to air it, but it'll be awesome.
We'll air it. We might not laugh after that, but I'm sure that there will be some complaints because, you know, if you've been following my social media, you know that I'm not barring any holds when it comes to this. I'm telling the truth. I'm putting it out there. People need to know. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crab pie.
Yeah.
I don't know how I bounced across this, but I looked at it and said, I can see where this is interesting and I can see where it's going to be really friggin' good. It is a crab pie is a cross between a crab cake and crab imperial, and it's done in a 9-inch pie plate with pie dough. It looks just like a pie, but it's a cross between a crab cake and you know, crab cake can be a little dry. It can be, you know, and fall apart and all this. And crab imperial, when you slice it, won't stay together. It'll run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, you can slice it, pull it out, throw it on a plate. It looks just like a piece of pie with crab meat. The thing that I find interesting is there's no filler. There is no breadcrumb. There's no binder of any type other than 2 tablespoons of flour. And I'm going to read the recipe real quick so everybody has an idea. You need 2 9-inch pie crust. Par cook them for 3 minutes. 1 pound of lump crab meat, 4 eggs, 2 tablespoons flour, 1 cup mayonnaise, 1 cup whole milk, 8 ounces of shredded Swiss cheese, 8 ounces shredded cheddar, 2 tablespoons of Old Bay, chopped onion, and chopped green pepper. You mix it all together. You throw it in your pie crust, and you bake it for 40 minutes at 350. Now, when this episode comes out, I'll take the recipe, I'll put it on my social media, and that way everybody can see it. The pictures, I've yet to do this. So I'm going to preface it with that. The pictures I've seen, it looks absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
And right now, my friends at Elliott Seafood on Atkins Road in Berlin are running $25 lump special. So I need to take my fat ass and go see Bobby Elliott and pick up some lump because I want a crab pie.
Yeah. You got the recipe. I just found it. The recipe off of Fish and OC.
Maybe it looked the same because it may
Yeah.
have, okay, yeah, it may have been from that. Do you see pictures of it? Because the recipe I saw, they had pictures associated. Yep, there you go.
Yep.
Bam, just like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's on my to-do list.
Wow.
So is Lainey Wilson, but we're not going there. You know,
It'd be a shame for Jennifer to beat your ass.
yeah, it'd be a shame, wouldn't it? You know, Lainey, when she was heavier, really got my attention. Now, good for her for losing weight, but that dump truck just ain't the dump truck no more.
She downsized. It's like one of those little Japanese pickup trucks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she went from a full-blown Mack truck to a little Chinese mini truck.
Yeah, poor girl.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I still drive it because it looks like fun, but it ain't like it was when it was a dump truck.
No, that's okay. That's right.
Yeah.
How was
Bless her heart.
Yeah, how was country calling in America's coolest small town?
Just like it never happened.
Good.
Yeah, I think everybody was there, literally. The parking lot next door, even for the farmers market on Sunday, wasn't packed.
Wow.
I was really surprised. Really surprised.
Yeah, so we were coming home Sunday, and we got away late. Harper went to church with her grandmother, and then while they were at church, Rachel had little man at home. I was like, well, I'm gonna go fishing. So I went and did a little fishing, went and picked up Grandma and Harper, and went back and started loading the car up. So we got away late, but it was probably 2:30, 3 o'clock when we were when we finally got back on the shore, and there was still traffic to like 404.
Oh wow.
That late in the day. Yeah. Just in
By the way, I'm going to give you a shout out.
What'd I do?
When we loaded up the grill the other day, you had to move some fishing stuff out of the way, and there was the cutest little fishing rod in that pile. I'm going to give you, man, you're a good dad. You know that shit.
That's my buddy.
I'm going to tell you, man, that was cool as shit to see that stuff in there and whatnot. You're ready to go at any time and take your peanut fishing and be good to go.
Yeah. Did I show you the picture of the fish she caught, her first fish?
No, I don't think so.
So it was the end of August. Rachel had to go back for like her professional development days. Lincoln was in daycare, so he was able to start her at his, but it was before school started, and Harper had to stay home with me because she couldn't go to school, and then she couldn't go to the daycare because she wasn't enrolled there anymore. So we had an absolute blast of a week.
Good.
And like all over the place. We went, oh, it was so fun. She's so cool. But we're out riding around, and I took her to Atkins Mill Pond in Powellville.
Yep.
They have the county just recently, the last couple months, finished the new playground there. And so I was like, hey, we're going to go play at that new playground. And while we were there, I was like, we have some worms that are left over. Let's go fishing. She's like, all right, sounds good, Dad. And so we're out there. We're playing for a little while. I was like, you want to go fishing now? She's like, yeah, let's go. So we go, and like I get her all set up, cast it out. The worms are like it's the last, like they should have been used the day before. Like these worms are disgusting. And of course, Harper's like, I want to touch them. Can I pick it up? Like, please don't. Like they're gross. Like, come on, please no. Anyway, she wants to touch them and all that shit. So throw a line out. I was like, well, I might try and throw a line out here too, but that didn't work well. So we're like in the process of like the final parts, reeling it all back in. And I looked down, I was like, Harper, your bobber's underwater. Come here. And I pick it up, and like I can pick it all up at once, right? The water is that shallow. I can just pick it all up. I was like, and it starts wiggling. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I hand it to her. I said, reel it in a little. So she reels it up to the bobber. And what the? There we go. And there's my little buddy.
Nothing better.
Right?
Nothing better.
Right?
Yep.
There's
the rod. That's it.
Yep. There it is.
Love it.
So I'm ready for bass, like bigger fish. Man, this little thing, I ripped every ounce of gut out of it trying to get this hook out of it. I was like, felt absolutely terrible. I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, I just hope it doesn't float and Harper see it when we're leaving. Like that's what I don't need. Yeah. But she had a great time. Like we haven't I'm trying to think if we've gone fishing since. I have, but I don't think she has. But she's a big fan.
Good.
So
perfect.
Yeah. Yep. So,
quality time. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of opportunities all over here to go cast a line pretty quick. Even from the park in Salisbury to how many ponds are around us.
Yeah.
The state land on Libertytown Road just opened up the old golf course. And I think there's seven ponds there. And they all have fish in them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's quite the expansive piece of press, 300 acres or something, old golf course.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we've been down to the city park a couple of times. Like it's like right out my window. Like our house looks out into the city park. So for us to walk down there is no big deal. So
yeah,
we're very fortunate with
it. And that's fishing with Corn Central. I think I've told you that before when I was growing up, used to fish in the park quite a bit and always had a can of corn ready.
Yep.
Catch whatever you want on a kernel of corn.
Yep. So the place I was fishing, so I get there. I figure I got 50 minutes while they were in church. So it was a 5-minute drive there, a 5-minute drive back. I got 50 minutes. And I go out and I'm casting around, and one spot I'm reeling it in. And I'm like, man, it's got a little extra to it. So I get my lure and it's got another fishing line on it. I was like, son of a bitch. I pull it in and it's got a topwater frog on it. I was like, well, I'll put that in my tackle box.
Yep.
Usually when I go fishing, I lose shit, but I'm up one now. And switch my bait up a couple times and move around this little pond, and which I hear that they have stocked. I was like, well, my timer goes off. I got to go. Like, as I'm making my last cast here, this guy and his son pull up. They start casting. They start fishing. I'm loading my shit into the car, and I see him carrying a largemouth bass. I was like, this motherfucker.
Yep. And what did he catch it on? A topwater frog.
No, they were fishing worms, but I was like, I should have known better. But hey, whatever. It was 50 minutes standing next to a pond with, like, you know what I was worried about then?
Not a fucking thing.
Yeah. So
my personal best bass was caught on a topwater frog.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget it as long as I live, because this ain't going to work. And I flip it out, and two little things, and the world exploded, and
Yeah.
And it was a 4.5, 5 pound bass. It wasn't like it was
That's
a
a nice
giant
bass.
lunker or anything like that. But
Yeah.
it's still my personal best, and loved it.
Yeah.
And
That's some
somewhere
nice
I
size
still
fish.
have a frog.
Yeah. If you need one, I got an extra one now.
Right.
So
Yeah. Love that shit.
yeah.
Where I grew up, or spent a lot of time, there's a pond in walking distance. And we would go with our bamboo poles, because back in the
Mm-hmm.
day, they didn't make anything, with reels or anything like that. So we had to fish bamboo poles and
Yeah.
mostly bootstrings and clothespins, or not clothespins, but bobby pins that were safety pins. That's what I'm looking for. Safety pins fashioned into hooks. That's
Yeah.
what you did back in the day.
Yeah.
And when walking to this pond, we would kick up crickets or grasshopper and snag them and put them in our shit and take them and fasten them
Mm-hmm.
up with little rubber bands or whatever we had and toss them overboard and eat the sunfish and bluegill and bass and all that shit up. That was a good time. And I'm joking about fashioning hooks and all that, but it was, I love fishing with a bamboo pole.
Mm-hmm.
Just flipping it, no reel, no nothing. It was just a lot of fun bobber fishing.
Yep.
And just had a ball doing that shit as a kid.
Do you remember the balsa wood tall bobbers where it was painted like the bright orange on one side and the other
I
side?
sure do.
You know, you can't. Well, you can find them on the Amazon, but like if you go to the Walmart or not there, and
All
that
that
is
cheap plastic shit.
yep, and that's like when I think of fishing as a kid, that's what I think of.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's and I'll tell you, I like bobber fishing.
Mm-hmm.
You throw a worm, throw whatever you want on it, but
Yeah.
especially with a kid,
Oh yeah.
watch that bobber. You'll see it go blip blip blip, then it disappears and goes. That's when you know the fish is on. It just and I still like doing it.
Yeah. Harper and her ADD, she doesn't do well with bobber fishing.
Yeah, she got to be casting. Got to be moving. Yeah.
Can I reel it in, Daddy? No, not yet. How about now? No, not yet. How about now? Sure.
Bless her.
So I actually went and got some real small lures, like for bluegill, for her to use. So the next time she can just throw those and reel them to her little heart's content.
So we've discussed Jennifer doing this becoming an outdoor woman thing.
Yeah.
So she did the New Hampshire one a couple weeks ago and comes home, and one of the classes she did was fishing with worms, where they put their own worm on, they worm fish. The other one was bass fishing with lures, and they got to make their own lure.
Oh, nice.
So, last year it was fly fishing. She did a fly fishing class, made her own lures, all this kind, or made her own flies, and it's fantastic. I love that program. And so on our dining room table, she has the lure that she made. They were given some lures, so she now has lures. And I said, they're just sitting on the table. She needs something special just for her. So I got her a tackle bag. It came yesterday, Sunday, from United States Postal Service. It did not get stuck in York, Pennsylvania. I ordered it off eBay.
Oh.
And it came from Walmart. Yep. That's the second time I've had that happen. But I ordered it Friday and I had it Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it did not go anywhere near York, Pennsylvania to get sucked in that fucking mail vortex. And she goes, you have a package from Walmart. And I said, well, I didn't order shit from Walmart. Let me see what it is. As soon as I grabbed it, I knew what it was. And it's a itty bitty thing. It's got 3 small plastic things you pull out. It's got some storage on the outside. It'll be just perfect for the Skanu.
Yeah.
And that way she's got her own stuff. She can organize it how she wants. She can add whatever she wants to it. And she's not in my fucking bag all the time.
Love it.
So, yep. Now that she's getting educated, if you've ever been around my wife chit-chatting about fishing, she will tell you that she has an automatic baiter and an automatic caster. All she has to do in order for it to work is face and pay attention. She has to face the fishing rod and pay attention. And it somehow works that when she catches a fish, she reels it in and it automatically comes off.
Yeah.
It's rebaited and gets casted back out. And the next thing you know, she's watching the rod again. It's automatic. I said, well, you realize since you're doing all this shit that all your automatic baiter, caster, fish remover, all that shit's going away, right? Because now you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
So now I get to fish and have fun as well as you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that'll be a blast.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And we sportsmen spend a lot of money annually as a whole, billions. They spend billions.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see state governments all across the United States put together a program like Becoming an Outdoor Woman. And Jennifer has a goal. She wants to be the woman who does the most across the United States.
Oh, wow.
She has already done North Carolina, Maryland, New Hampshire.
Oh, so wait a second. This is like a legit national park program?
Yeah. It is. There's Becoming an Outdoor Woman is its own thing.
Oh, I thought that was like a double tap in name for this. And you guys found these camps to go to, but that's cool as shit.
Yeah, man. It's Becoming an Outdoor Woman. You can Google it. They're out of Wisconsin and they have something in every state. Some states do a 1-day thing, but they do it every month. Some states do a 3-day thing a couple times a year. It's fantastic. Jennifer's been to New Hampshire 3 times for their Becoming an Outdoor Woman programs. And it's on Lake Winnebago or some shit up there. It's the largest lake in New Hampshire. It's 23 square miles. No, it's 73 square miles. It's 23 miles long. Okay. And they're on that lake and they do all kinds of shit. And it's fantastic. Her North Carolina one, she did outside the Outer Banks and loved it. She's done multiple here in Maryland and loves it. And we discussed canning, a few episodes ago. Mm-hmm. She did a Becoming an Outdoor Woman thing, and they did canning. It's not only hunting, fishing, or learning how to use pistols or rifles or shotguns or fishing. It's canning. It's building a campfire. It's backing a boat in a boat trailer.
Shit, I'm going to take that one.
Yeah. It's all kinds of really useful shit that women might not necessarily be exposed to. And Jennifer has recruited several people to do these things with her. And it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a great thing. Love it. So whenever she says, I'm going to do Becoming an Outdoor Woman, yes, ma'am. Whatever it takes, make it
whatever
happen.
You want. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have to show Rachel that. She would love it.
Yeah, it's a good time for her. And, I was going to go to New Hampshire this trip when she went and was going to take the dogs and going to take the RV.
Yeah. Wonder how that worked out.
Yeah. And also, I'll tell you that they do a banquet. I think everyone she's ever been to, they do a banquet on the Saturday night. They go Friday, Saturday, and a half day Sunday. Well, for the Saturday night, they do a fundraising kind of deal for Becoming an Outdoor Woman. Jennifer has cleaned the fuck up every single time. She's won the biggest prize the past 2 things she's been to. That was last year was all the fly fishing stuff. Build her own flies, the big workstation, all that shit. She won it. And this year she won a fly fishing trip. Yeah. And we get
where?
At New Hampshire.
Okay.
And you can do bass fishing, trout fishing, or salmon fishing.
Oh, wow.
So I'm leaning towards the salmon because, we don't have salmon here in Maryland.
Yeah.
So
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and for fly fishing for 2 with a guide, yeah, I'll
Hell
take
yeah.
that all day, every day.
Yeah.
So if I had an RV, we would be in New
You'd be in New
Hampshire
Hampshire now.
because
Yeah.
we're in that window for the salmon right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I'm telling you, you show it to Rachel,
Yo, absolutely.
and
I love it.
it's and if she has any questions, have her get up with Jennifer because
Yeah.
Jennifer's always recruiting people to go with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Rachel, I don't know that she would love the hunting part of it.
Right. But there's
I
so
mean,
much more.
Yeah. Yeah. And it sounds like it's so diverse that,
Yeah.
it's not like one of the pictures they showed was kayaking or canoeing
Yeah,
or something like
canoeing.
that. Like, she would love that. Like, whatever.
Yep. The last thing Jennifer did this trip was canoeing.
Yeah.
And the first thing she did was hiking. They went on a
Yeah.
long nature hiking. You learn about tracks and wildlife and
Oh yeah. Rachel would
all
love
that
that.
sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything
Oh,
from
that's
how to
awesome.
pick your boots that you hike with, to dry bags you can carry, supplies you need to carry with you, and basically how to hike.
Yeah.
Follow trails and all that stuff. How to
Yeah,
use the
she would love
bathroom on a trail.
Yeah. You mean I made the mistake of saying, I can't wait for Lincoln to be a little older so I can teach him how to pee in the backyard. And Rachel's like, you can't teach him how to do that. I was like, oh, yes, I can.
Yes.
And I will.
Yes.
She's like, what about when he pees on the playground at school? I said,
Okay.
oh, yeah, where's the problem? Like, and then her mother, it's like, looks like they both give me this look of like, you can't do that. I was like,
Who
all
said?
right. I'll just have to wait till he's old enough to be able to tell him the right and wrong places to pee outside.
Yeah.
What if we go to someone's house and he pees in the backyard? And
if I'm drinking in the backyard, I'm going to piss with him.
yeah, like I don't know what to tell you, Ray. Like, it's part of being an adult, part of being a boy. Like, we just pee outside. It's what we do.
Yep. Wait till it snows and he learns how to write cursive.
Write his
How do you
name.
learn how to spell in cursive? Peeing in the snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all and maybe a couple letters after that, and that'd be it. But the
Yeah.
L will look good.
Yeah. Big, beautiful L. Yeah.
Completely off the rails.
Off the rails. Yeah. Did we even? Oh, yeah. The Maryland Pie one. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
We
what
did talk about
started
we were,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, we covered it. We're good.
Okay. We're good. We're good. All right. With that, we're going to wrap this up. The last one, we've gone a little long. We're going to wrap this one up a little short. Thanks for watching. If you're interested in the Maryland or the outdoors woman, becoming an outdoors woman, we'll put the links down for that because that looks cool as shit. So check that out. The Maryland Pie, you're going to have to wait to hear back on that because that sounds amazing.
Yep.
And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.